Welcome to Untitled Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aquarius for March 2021. We will be in the sign of Pisces and the element of water. So water can either be fluid or stagnant. So let's see, a lot of emotions rushing around too in water times. So we shall see, Aquarius, what comes up for you. And the energy is indeed water, the Page of Cups. New love, perhaps, Aquarius. Something new in the emotional beginnings, new emotional beginnings coming through here. And it's a page, so it often talks about a person. Something young. You could equate it to a seed, really, something that you put in the earth and then you water it and it grows. So it's something, often I read this one as new love. Now it could be a thing, but it's more likely to be with a person. It's the spark, Aquarius. Right, let's have a look and see where you are right now. And you are Six of Wands, so things chugging along really nicely. Chugging's probably the wrong word. It's almost like cruising, this card. It's a cruiser. Wands is an action card. It's a positive card. It sort of augurs things going along really well. So your day job, things like that. Things are generally going along quite well for you. You're quite happy with where you are. There's progress. There's all sorts of forward movement in the energies that's around you. So that's a really lovely card. And the number 6, of course, is that 6 is always about harmony and balance. So you seem to have, your environment at the moment and how you're doing and how you feel about things is really good. Whether you feel like that or not is another matter, but I'm just here to interpret. So think about that. And it's the card, it's a Leo card. So Leo is your opposite sign. So it's quite interesting that that card's come up. Let's see what got you here or what's influenced this and indeed the rest of the reading for today. And we have another Wands card. We have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about expansion. It's about growth. It's about things really sort of on very good foundations. So you're sort of going along really well. Something about a man from overseas here too, or I mean it might be his ancestry as well, but there's definitely this sort of overseas connection with this man, and that's why he's here sitting there. And he's very much a forward thinker. He has vast horizons. He can see, he's not your sort of person that just sits in one place. This is a sort of a really lateral thinking person, and he's got lots to say for himself, and he's quite, he's very interesting as well. So, this card is going to influence all of them. So, look, it's stacking up really nicely, actually, and more wands, so that's good. Rightio, let's see the background behind Aquarius. So, January, February, so your birthday time. And you have Temperance, divine time. Everything's balanced, everything's good. This is the right time for everything. So even if it is a new love that's come in, you can see whenever this card appears, it sort of, and it sits at the top, so it's sort of saying things are really well, and it's the right time to do things. Often we know within ourselves if it's the right time or it's not the right time. So, but this card always signals right time. So strike while that iron's hot, Aquarius, at the moment. It's a very divine card too, I might say. So it's sort of, yeah, it's great. Recent influences, we have the High Priestess. So February, March, we're now at the 22nd of February today. So we're in Pisces. We're crossing, we've just come out of your sign Aquarius and now we're crossing into Pisces. So we'll be in Pisces for the next 4 weeks. So a lot of secrets, a lot of things you'll keep to yourself. I think we talked about this last month, Aquarius. I'm pretty sure it was you. Keeping things to yourself, keeping your own counsel, letting things just naturally unfold without sort of forcing them. Not, you know, telling people, this woman here, the High Priestess, is in Pisces. She is the ruler of Pisces, this girl. So, Persephone is her name, her Greek name. So she is a very intuitive woman, but she doesn't say much. She keeps things to herself. She's not one to go around broadcasting every move she makes. She's very much under the radar, very much. She waits for the right time. And then she'll tell people when she's good and ready and not a minute before. So it's about keeping your own counsel there, Aquarius, and just keeping things to yourself more or less, because it's for, you just feel like that's what you want to do. So it's being really intuitive this next 4 weeks. So go on your feeling, not on, you know, your Aquarius, your mind people, so not on your mind or your logic. You go within for feeling this month. And indeed, if this is a new relationship, as the Page of Cups might suggest, it's sort of, it's quite fated in a way as well, Aquarius. So it's sort of a good connection, and maybe that's why, one of the reasons why you don't really want to talk about it very much, or at all. Okay, let's have a look at the lesson you'll be learning in the next 4 weeks. The Chariot. Oh, you're getting all the big cards. So the Chariot talks about being disciplined emotionally. So in this position, I'm thinking this is the sort of a question saying emotional discipline is key this month. Don't go overboard. Have things, you know, control that chariot. Don't let it sort of control you, in other words. So it's more or less a lesson of emotional discipline, not going too over the top. If you have met someone new, don't go mad on it. Keep it within your control, whereas, you know, so you don't sort of go off the deep end in terms. Because this is a card of big movement, fast movement too, so things could go very fast. And we often know, especially with relationships, if they go too fast, they can sort of run out too quickly. So, emotional discipline, very much so. Keeping things how you can control it. Near future. And we have the Knight of Cups. So this is probably a reason why they're saying, you know, keep control. Because he can be idealistic. And you, Aquarian, especially the women, you're not into that kind of thing. You like independence. You don't want people coming out with all the flowers and the roses. You'll be like, oh, what's really going on here? It's a bit much for me. He's idealistic, this guy. So he's just like, oh, I want to find the woman of my dreams and all this sort of thing. But I think with someone like yourselves, Aquarian females, and the guys as well, it's just like, oh no, that's a bit too much for me. So watch that. So you might have to combat that and keep control of yourself in order to not be swamped by all his romantic stuff. And this is offer too. The knights often mean that there's an offer coming through, but be really thoughtful about it. Keep your cards close to your chest about, don't divulge everything at once, Aquarius. Keep a bit of mystery around. Because maybe he needs to learn from you to slow down a bit and, you know, drop a bit of the romance. Because, yeah, you've got to prove yourself, don't you? You can't just come in all guns blazing like that. Tends to sort of run out. Oh my God, oh no, sorry Aquarius, it's fallen on the floor. So what's happening that you're not realising? We have the Lovers. Whoa, so it's a real, so there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4 big cards, but they're all very spiritual and they're all very intuitive. So you're really going to have to run off your gut, as they say, this 4 weeks, or trust your feelings 100%. So the Lovers is about a decision to be made, but it's a big decision and it's a weighty decision. So you can't just flippantly say, oh yeah, let's do it, yeah, because there will be consequences. Absolutely with this. So you can choose A or B, but be very thoughtful beforehand and trust your gut. If your gut says, oh, I'm not sure, we'll just hold back. Anyway, I think the overall thing is divine time, but you're learning, or you're teaching this person, or you're teaching yourself just to be a bit more circumspect about things, because there will be a decision involved with this, and you're not kind of seeing that right now, but you will later. And then you'll go, oh, why didn't I, you know, be a bit more circumspect. Let's see how others see you. You have the 3 of Coins, which is a wonderful card. Working hard, doing really well at work, building really good foundations once again, things going well for you, lots of potential coming in for work and doing things and working well with others, all those amazing sort of qualities that we get when we learn how to work with other people and enjoy our job, because we do get paid for it. So it's, you know, in our better interest to enjoy it. So this is how other people are seeing you, doing really well, you know, head down, bum up sort of thing, doing well. So let's see what you're feeling positive about, Aquarius. 10 of Coins, so the inheritance card, things going well. You know, sort of getting to where you want to be. You're financially stable and things are good. You know where you're going. You know how to achieve it. You've got money coming in. You know, you're sort of working towards your plan. Everything's just fallen into place nicely. So that's great. And it's always good to have, you know, be working and have the cash coming in and knowing you're working for it and you just feel good. But then you can do other things with that as well. So you've got a stable, very stable in terms of your life, your day job. It's very stable at the moment, Aquarius. But, you know, you have worked hard to get to that point. It hasn't been handed to you on a platter. So the outcome. The Devil, stuck. Just be careful, and I say that too because we've got him there. So he can be a bit of an addictive type of person, but this one, King of Cups, is addicted to love actually, or finding the one, and he does that and he does that, and then you end up here at the end with the outcome of the Devil. So it might be a bit of an addictive sort of card too, and that's why you need your intuition, just to don't get too far deeply into it where you feel like, oh, you know, I'm really sort of in this vacuum now where it's just this relationship, and then you start to feel a bit trapped, especially for Aquarians. They don't like to be trapped. They like things to be flowing. They like, you know, they don't want to be sort of trapped in a situation where they feel like they're addicted to something, whether it be boys, booze, whatever. But it's just that cycle of, and then you feel like, oh my God, this is overtaking me, this is overpowering, and that's the Devil. So he's quite good in a way, and to have it there is good. But I'll just throw an extra card on that because we're running out of time, Aquarius, just to see what's under the surface of that Devil. Knight of Swords. Yeah, once again, a knight. So just be careful. This person could come and go. It might be a person that, you know, works away, comes in, comes out. But yeah, just be careful of addictions, and just be careful to be really sort of protect yourself in love this month, or new love, and just be very circumspect, Aquarius. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, you know what I mean? Just stand back a bit and trust your intuition. Let it happen and naturally, rather than just be, you know, as people say, oh, I'm madly this and that, and then you find out 6 weeks later it's all fizzled out like a fizzling thing. Right, what is your advice? And we have impermanence. And there's that much salt on it from the salt lamp I can't read it. Thanks to impermanence, everything is possible. So it's just about knowing that everything is subject to change. Everything we do, nothing is forever. Even if we feel like crap for a few days or a week or so, we know that it's going to have an end. So the impermanence card, look, I can't read it because the salt lamp has completely done its job. So I just have to go off my intuition and explain it to you. So it's just about really, you know, going with that cycle of life where things come and they go, and they come and they go. So we can't actually have, nothing is permanent. So it's about, you know, just managing things with impermanence in mind. Enjoying the time we have things whilst we have them. Because we never know how long they're going to be there, do we? I'm going to have to clean that card before the next. I bet it comes up for all the other readings now. Thanks so much for listening, Aquarius. And look, it looks to be a good month, but it's just a month of really emotional discipline. Your world's going really well, but it's who has stepped into it that will provide the challenge. Thank you.